Hey guys, Nichols here. Today we're gonna take a look at the strongest character in GWitch. This is the figurized standard Chuatury Panlunch. Or, you know, just Chuchu. The box art portrays her surprisingly not with an angry face, which is amusing. This side showcases her different faceplates and accessories, as well as poses you can do with her. While this side showcases a front and back shot, as well as a picture of her with her demi trainer, and the GWitch Season 2 poster. Now for the box's contents, she comes with a total of 11 runners including her stand. Runner A is a multicolored plate with black parts, pink parts, gray parts, magenta parts. Runner B is a pink plate that features parts for her clothes. Now I just want to note that parts from the B plate are actually a lighter pink compared to the pink parts of the A plate. We also have the C plate for the green parts of her clothes, the D plate which features her skin color, the E plate that features purple parts for some parts of her clothes, minor trims of her clothes, a second E plate with white parts, an F plate with just one red part, and a second F plate with also just one white part. It's actually kind of funny that they decided to just make plates with just one part on them. And we have the G plate that features her faceplate with the printed eyes on it. And we also have the hand runner that has been featured in 30-minute sister kits. And this was also used for figurized standard Soletta and Miarina. This runner uses a rather rubbery type of polystyrene plastic, but it's not super rubbery, it's just a little bit rubbery. I think you could still paint these parts and it's not super rubbery, it's still pretty dense. And lastly, we have her stand, which is the Action Base 6. We also have water slide decals for her eyes. It's kind of funny how most of these eyes are actually just angry Chuchu. And we also have clear stickers for various details of her body, including the Articulation logo. The plastic comes in this semi-matte, semi-satin, I guess, look. It's very nice looking. The only color that looks a little bit glossy here is her maroon color, but everything else seems to be rather semi-matte. And I must say this looks really good. I think out of the 3 GWitch figurized model kits, I think she's the best looking one. I'm not saying that she's the best one in all aspects, but in terms of looks, she just, you know, she wins. Also, I have this theory that the Soletta and Miarina kits were designed based on concept art and promotional art, whereas the Chuchu one was probably designed when the anime was already finished or something like that, somewhere along those lines. And that's also probably why Chuchu looks better, because she looks more anime accurate in my opinion. Now she does have clear stickers to add details to her body and her accessories. She comes with a clear sticker for her open mouth. She comes with 2 black stickers for her shoulders, which is funny because you can't even really see her shoulders when she's wearing her jacket. You have to take her jacket off for her shoulders to actually show. But yeah, they still give you these stickers. They also give you a small black sticker for that small horizontal panel on her tie. Maroon stickers for all 3 variants of her jacket. Because yeah, she does come with a normal style jacket, a squatting position jacket, and a sitting position jacket. So yeah, this sticker set comes with maroon stickers for the pockets of all of those jacket variants, which is cool. She also comes with stickers for her shoes. I have not used them yet because I think they look okay this way. And actually the only sticker I've used so far is the Articulation logo sticker, of which she comes with a total of 3. So yeah, I used 1, but I still have 2 extras over here. And last but not the least, what I think is the coolest sticker she comes with, or the coolest stickers rather she comes with, her cell phone sticker. So she comes with 2 copies of her home screen, which just shows like the time and a Haro icon, and under these we have the more interesting one, the Gund Arm promotional video. You can put those stickers on her cell phone over here, on her smartphone, and you can make her watch the video, or you can watch the video with her on her tiny little phone. As for her articulation, I just want to note that in this form, her standing form, she does not have a lot of articulation on her hips yeah, she can't spread her legs because her jacket is in the way. What she can do, however, her buns are on hinges, so they can move forwards and backwards and they can rotate. Her neck is actually like a very unique neck joint. It goes like way deep into her head. It's not the same straight joint that Soletta and Miorina use. This one it's like a curved back joint that goes like really down. The purpose of that is that so you can make her do her Superman pose. Da-da-da. And her neck is basically triple jointed because you got the bowl joint that goes into the head, the middle joint, and a lower joint. So yeah, that's a lot of movement. And that just popped off, but you can put it back there just like that. And of course she can rotate her head, and the collar just went with it. Let's put it back there. There, yeah. She can rotate without the collar going with the joint. So that's something to note. So yeah, the range of her neck is really good. As for her arms, well, it does get blocked by her jacket's collar thing. Her elbow is double jointed, but it can only go that far because, well, it's pretty thick. As for her wrists, they're actually pretty traditional. They're just straight hinges and they will rotate also. I think it's also important to note that the basic hinge that she comes with is different from the ones that Soletta and Miorina come with, because the ones that Soletta and Miorina come with are like a little slanted, whereas Chuchu's is just straight, which I think is better. Like I said, not much you can do with her hips because of her jacket, but just to show you how well she could do without her jacket, we're gonna take her lower body off. Now her legs actually can spread, and they even have drop down joints. They're like diagonally facing forward, which is kind of weird, but they do drop down like that. And she does have a single jointed knee bend. It bends that far, not bad. She does have a rotation on her sock. She does have an ankle hinge and ankle pivot. Now how well can she split? Well, I'm gonna try my best here. About that far. Now let's compare her to other figures and kits. Here's her next to Soletta and Miorina. As I mentioned a while ago, she is the best looking one. Well, to me at least. As far as height goes, she's obviously the shortest one. She's yeah, we got a short queen over here. Small but terrible Chuchu. Soletta's obviously the tallest one, you know, she's the one with the athletic scholarship over here, and Miorina sits right in the middle. I also want to mention that despite how fan artists depict Chuchu's chest, well, she actually has the smallest chest here, even smaller than Miorina's chest, so yeah, there you go. I guess artists portraying her with large breasts are just making jokes about her buns. If she has big buns, maybe she has big breasts too, hidden in there. Maybe that's the joke, maybe. Oh, and before I forget, I also want to mention something funny my friend pointed out. If you look at the exposed part of her Aztekasha uniform, yeah, you will see she's actually Kamen Rider Ichigo. Now here's her next to some mobile suits. We have her next to her very own, or rather her borrowed Demi Barding. On the other side we have the Demi Garrison. Funnily enough, she's actually taller than both of them, which makes sense because figurized kits are generally taller than high-grade Gunpla, or at least a standard high-grade Gunpla. And now here's her next to a 30-minute sister kit, and yeah, the comparison is very similar to that of Miorina and Soletta. She is shorter than a 30-minute sisters kit. And now here she is next to some fellow pink girls. On the left we have SH Figuarts Anya Forger, and on the right, well, as an aspiring Jobby ripoff, I have to include a comparison with Figma Madoka. And here's her next to her Earth House buddy, SH Figuarts Miles Morales from Across the Spider-Verse, with an obvious height difference there. To achieve her squatting form, we're gonna use this alternate set of parts to, yeah, get her into position, so yeah, let's begin. Now, first thing we want to do is put this alternate abdomen on, put on this alternate front piece like that, then put on this alternate back piece. There are holes there, so yeah, just put the pegs in the holes and you're good. And the next thing you want to do is put this alternate hip. Take off her head again. I just want to note that these these strands of hair here, kind of delicate, so be careful with that. Then we're going to put this alternate collar, which actually allows for a little bit more of arm movement. It's a bit tilted forward, so her arm can go a little bit further forward like that. And that's going to be used for posing later on. Next, we're going to take the lower legs from her normal form, and we're going to put them on here. Put the head back on like that. And alright, let's try a little bit of a squatting test right now. Voila, there you go. There you go. She can squat. She can squat. She's actually pretty stable in this position, so yeah, that's cool. Good job, Bandai. Good job. And now let's get her into the sitting pose. Now to get her into her sitting position, we're gonna need these parts. First, we're gonna take her default upper torso, and we're gonna put in this new abdomen. And then we're gonna put this new hip. And then we're gonna put this new front piece. And this new back piece. Next thing we're going to do is to put the legs that we used on her standing form. We're going to use these legs again for her sitting form this time. I just want to note that when you're switching legs, there should be like a line pointing inward. That's how you know that this is the one for the right side, or like her right side. And like the same actually goes for her squatting legs. Put this here, put this there. Make sure her ass is the one behind. We're gonna use the same collar we used for the standing form. Put it in there like that. Put the head in there, and voila, we have sitting down Chuchu. Now she actually does have a bit of articulation in this form. She retains her leg articulation, or well, some of it at least. She does have a little bit of wiggle. You can kind of like mix things up with the way she's sitting down. You can spread a little bit, spread her legs a little bit, or like close her legs like that if you want. Now for her faceplate, she comes with 3 of them. Her first faceplate, labeled faceplate A. I don't know if you can see through my camera, but there is like a letter A inside. Faceplate A is her pre-printed faceplate. So yeah, you don't need to put decals on this. This comes pre-printed. It's her neutral facial expression. Here we have faceplate B, also has a letter B labeled at the back like that. This is her faceplate with an open mouth. Now you can put either a clear sticker or a water slide decal for her open mouth, but you can also just leave it as is because it's already colored pink, and you know, the insides of mouths are pink, right? I decided to use the angry water slide decals on mine. I did use Mr. Mark Setter and Mr. Mark Softer. I honestly think that those tools are very, very effective in making the decal really stick to the surface and really making it blend and look natural. I also do want to point out, however, that I kind of broke mine a little bit. As you can see, in the middle, there's like this black line that's supposed to be longer. These decals are honestly pretty durable. It's just that when I was applying mine, that black line kind of folded, and I did try unfolding it. However, in the process of unfolding it, I did accidentally shorten it. But I mean, it's not that big of a deal. It's just a black line. She still looks angry. I think that's what matters here. And lastly, we have the C faceplate, which is her face with her teeth. I decided to go with the smug look because I think that's the funniest route to go for here. The manual does provide a guide on how to properly place her eye decals, but I will say that for her angry face decals, I think you can distort them a bit to make them look funnier. I distorted mine a bit, like I put like one of them a little bit higher, yeah, to make her look, you know, more cartoony. I think that's actually really effective. It makes her look funnier, but yeah, that's just me. To put a faceplate on, you simply just put it on her head like that. And then you put the top of her hair. Yeah, it pretty much is the usual way of putting faceplates on. Now let's look at her accessories, starting with her hands. Now she has 2 different sets of hands. On this side, we have the hands that come default with 30-minute sister stuff, as well as Miorina and Soletta. We got her holding things hands, her closed fists, and her basic open hands. Now these hands, on the other hand, no pun intended, are hands made exclusively for Chuchu. This hand holds her cell phone, and under that we have a hand designed for her head resting pose. It's basically an open hand but with fingers that are slightly more bent. And lastly, we have her signature pointy finger hand that she uses in her character design art. I guess it's also a finger gun hand. Her holding things hands actually come with their own hinge. They come with their own built-in wrist joints. But as for her other hands, you plug them into a separate wrist joint, like so. For her handheld accessory, she comes with 2 wrenches and her smartphone, which I used the Gundam promo sticker on, so yeah, we be watching that video. Now her wrenches just go into her holding things hand, just like that. Very simple mechanism. And as for her cell phone, it goes into this intended hand. This hand was designed for the cell phone, or the smartphone rather. And yeah, it stays on the hand really well. The fit is nice and tight. Yeah, it's tight enough. It's not too tight, it's not loose by any means. Just the right amount of grip. They only do give a cell phone hand for the right arm. So yeah, but it's not bad. I think it's okay to just have her hold it with her right hand. And before I forget, I also want to mention that you can use gunpla weapons on her holding things hand, just like Soletta and Miorina. And yes, this is the right way to hold a rifle. And lastly, she comes with the usual action base 6 that Soletta and Miorina also came with. It has 3 points of articulation, 1 here, 1 there, and 1 at the connector. And this basically just plugs near her butt, like that. Yeah, the connection is pretty solid, I would say. Like, even with the Cubelace binders on, it still holds her pretty well. And as far as compatibility goes, her buns are connected through 3mm holes. So yeah, you can pretty much replace it with anything that has a 3mm hole. You can put guns, you can put binders like this.
Her articulation does improve if you give her parts from the Miorina kit to give her the basic Aztekasha uniform. It's 100% compatible, no mods needed for this one. And she still actually does have the standard butterfly joint under her pink jacket, so yeah, that's cool. You just need to put Miorina's arms instead of the jacket parts.
And yes, her unique neck joint does fit into bodies of 30-minute sister kits. Despite having a weird neck joint, she still has like that hole that accommodates normal 30 minutes neck joints as well as the Soletta and Miorina neck joints, but it's not going to be very solid. If you want the solid connection, just use her own neck joint and put it onto the alternate body you wish to use. So, do I recommend this kit? Well, she's an impressive kit. She looks really good. She looks better than Soletta and Miorina, and she has this rather fun and impressive build. It's simple, it is a bit different, but it's not hard, it's not complex. She's pretty easy to build, I'd say. However, when it comes to posability, I will say she can do the poses that you see her do in the show, but for like the crazier poses, if you buy this kit with the intention of doing like really crazy poses, I don't think this kit is for you. Maybe you can do crazy poses with her if you kit bash her with parts from Miorina. If you take her jacket off and then you give her Miorina's arms, maybe that is how you can do crazy poses with her. But out of the box, you can really just do the poses that she does in the show. And if you're okay with that, if you're satisfied with that, then yeah, go get this kit. It comes with a good amount of stuff, lots of options for her eye decals. While she is a bit expensive, I think you do get what you pay for. She does feel very premium. The plastic she uses, it feels so good. I think this is like the best plastic quality Bandai can offer. However, I do wish that she came with more faceplates, because I mean, she comes with so much options for her eye decals, but she only comes with 3 faceplates. I wish she came with like 2 of each, you know, 2 normal faceplates, 2 open mouth, and 2 grinning faceplates. You know, that would have been awesome. Yeah, that's it for the review. I hope I helped you decide whether or not to get this kit. I personally really like it, and yeah, you all have a great day.